lone druid favorite lane. I believe like here, and this was the it's really bad. He can't level 3 mate dies, or he's gonna be pushed. Sure, not gonna be able to pick up
the bounty. I was gonna ask, did you ever go through that phase in Dota where you were just like, I'm a random player now, and just go into games and just pick random 20 games in a row or something like that? Where you...
Yeah, I was always random back then. Bigger hero.
I respect that, because I had that phase where I random to try and like learn heroes. It went really bad, and I was like, all right, just ancient apparition. I guess that's cool. Yeah, that works.
That's completely fine. But yeah, talking about the Ricky Klink's lane. This is it. This is the peak Dota at the moment. Boxy's gonna go back probably to bottom lane. Maybe looking to go on Yamish. Yeah, Yamish looks very dead here. Blood grenade. Way too much blood.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's what makes these poor ones kind of great, right? These you can just get that first blood, and if you really want to transfer top, you can. On the Radiant side, I feel like it almost gives you an advantage to go to that dire top gate if the lane's in the proper position up.
Top lane's not gonna be like a killer lane for Team Secret by any means. If Magnus ever feels threatened, he can easily skewer away. Boxy, however, he doesn't have much HP, like slow for Arc Burn. And of course, Reflection is gonna be really good to try to slow him down. This hero is really not that tanky at all. But yeah, I don't mind the Wyvern pick, because you're playing into Lone Druid. You're playing into Klink's Ricky, but I think he's gonna have a hard time finding the targets. You can see Puppy spurring up against Foxy. Low cooldown on Tar Bomb. Only 7 seconds, but he's level 1. A lot of damage, starting with the Blightstone, holding on to Blood Grenade. Pretty much throughout the whole 10-15 minutes of the game. Might kill the courier here.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Out, so that's a Wraith Band that's not going to be completed here for Crystallis, and already trouble in the top lane has made trouble in the bottom lane. There's another Blood Grenade.
Look at items on Insania. 6 tangos healing. He stole all the support items. Wants to be able to support Ricky really well in the lane. Ricky has relatively high base region, so doesn't care too much about this harassment. Yeah, this is what we talked about. If he gets isolated, all this slow reflection, Arctic Burn, he can't really run away. Only level 1, but he is securing lane for Zai. Zai sitting at CS, not too bad, hitting level 3. Now, let's see if he starts putting more points in Empower, or wants to go for the killer. Kind of a build with more points in Shockwave.
Foxy getting isolated because of the fact that, you know, meta's up, you've got the Arctic Burn. Once you hit that Arctic Burn and then grab a couple shots in the meta, early. That Blinks, so Armel's struggling a little bit right there. A little bit scary, but still sitting pretty much even with Nisha in the moment.
Not too bad. Maybe the change, I think the change to Lone Druid being universal hero could matter in this matchup, because looking at the items, you want to get like stats on Lone Druid, so you actually get damage from stats. So you don't buy items on Lone Druid. Now he brought Blightstone, brought that Blades of the Attack on Spirit Bear.
See, he's working with branches at the moment. Over mid while Crystallis maybe too far out. Stewart pushes him back towards his own tower. A little bit close for safety. He's got the stick, not the wand, and that'll help him heal up to just barely skirt by. Interesting sentry. That looked like that was an Puppy just taking damage constantly from Boxy.
I think it was Crystallis who placed it there. He can be the one only.
Place it in the
Place it, yeah.
Do you have to change your in-game name to match where you're placing these wards? They're out of the area like that.
Boom. Looks like they have another Nova. Couple of seconds.
Not gonna get him.
Gonna be in range.
Unfortunately, it's getting close. It's a very aggressive lane. Which one of those heroes that it's like, I feel like we talked about it with Disruptor back when he was really, really popular. It's like, if you have mana in your lane, you're not doing it all right, where it's like saying that he could just, you know, you want to be spamming your spells at all times, making this lane very difficult to have frosts, right?
Pretty much, and they're forcing Boom to rotate. He TP'd to the tower. This is something that can go wrong, especially if you don't know if that's a level 2 Frost Blast, or if he has a point in Sinister Case just to pull you back, then it can be a little tricky. Looking at mid lane, Armel doing really well. I'm really surprised. I mean, it also comes down to his itemization, buying like casual slippers, an item we don't see on Ember Spirit, also Ring of Protection, so something to have some kind of protection against this heavy harassment coming up from Lone Druid and his Spirit Bear. Blood Grenade, a lot of slow.
Just trying to run away. He doesn't have any mana with him anymore. 5 lawn charges, so a little bit of heal. See what he ends up seeing. A bunch of heroes sacrifice themselves.
For the dead.
Exactly. Kind of standing right there. Getting their way over mid. At least looking to go towards this mid lane and maybe try to give Nisha a bigger advantage. We saw in that last series, Nisha, he was like 0-5-0 for the first time I've ever seen it in my life.
Yeah, it was a rough one for him. But here's Insania, a little bit low on mana. Does have a couple of mangas to work with. That's level 5 Ember Spirit.
Armel in trouble. He's going to drop here to Nisha. The look over a puppy that got some help from Yamish, but another root coming in, and Foxy off to the top end of this lane. He's able to put some damage on and help Nisha get a double kill.
Dire structures are fortified.
That really works out for him, and that's what I was talking about. You rotate these supports, and you kind of open up the lane for Nisha and give him the advantage to snowball out of control. Nisha's not one to drop the ball on that.
I think teams also realized like how to play against Team Liquid, playing like try to shut down Nisha. Team Liquid does have like other playmakers as well, but a lot of the times you'll see them outnumbering Team Liquid in the mid lane. Every single time, just bringing an extra hero, and now Boom bottom, he's in trouble. Doesn't have TP available this time around. They throw Blood Grenade.
Slow's not looking like enough, but they've got the Sinister Gaze. He's trying to get out of the silence. Again, Insania now trying to retreat from this. It looks like Insania is going to drop at least one down here for Liquid as Nicky is able to walk away, but still losing the support, playing aggressive on Boom.
Actually, we'll pick up that Wisdom Rune. There's still one available on side of Team Secret. Puppy will be the one picking it up. So it's going to go to him, and the other one's going to go to Skyred Mage. So extra levels for him.
That's one of the things that I think with that change, they got to update the bar ticker on the left. They just got to say, like...
Dire's middle tower
Also big stacks that were being made in the Secret Triangle. They understand that Armel will need some kind of a catch-up in this matchup. And now you can feel the difference already. Even after Armel farmed the stacks, there's still like 700 gold difference already on the mid lane. And with the, like someone gonna miss out, or if there's gonna be Liquid rotating to the mid lane, Lone Druid's gonna take your tower. Looking at the itemization from Nisha, does have Javelin.
Ooh, look at these juicy stacks. You're talking about stacks. These are some big ones coming in here in the triangle. I'm still wondering if that's still the shape of that area on the map. But yeah, that looks real juicy, right? Especially
It's
that map.
yeah, it looks nice.
100.
Lone Druid, Empower, Magnus has 3 points in it, so they can be the one trying to get some farm. I don't know if Zai wants to be the one taking. I mean, he can take the big stack. I don't know if he wants to commit to the Ancients immediately. He's super tanky though.
Radiant's
With this Vanguard, he can easily farm it. Boxy will be the one collecting some XP. Stacks are really good right now because you create gold out of nothing, not just getting XP, but you also get extra gold in 733C. It's insane. It's got to be a lot more stacking, I would say.
Pretty nuts, the change, right? It's a support's dream that they want this, and they're going to try for another stack. Ooh, will they? Yes, they will. There's another one. 3 heroes setting up bottom here for Secret. You've got Puppy, you've got Yamich backing up Boom. They can make something happen on Mickey as well as Zania. Really doing, you don't want to waste too much time. Sights opening.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's looking pretty good, and with Nisha, that bear's about to have that Maelstrom. You've got Zai farming for free up top.
Going straight into
a big issue.
Mjolnir. I like the build of Nisha because he understands playing into Terrorblade, high armor hero, and also when Wyvern tries to heal people up, try to save them, magical damage still goes through it. So that's one way to deal with it.
Does it feel like Secret need to be aggressive here, or they kind of sit back as well? Because you've got two heroes that kind of farm the map really actively. Nisha and sitting back just feels like you're innately going to lose net worth advantage.
I want to see them play like with Skywrath Mage. We're 10 minutes into the game. Supports are not level 6 yet. They definitely need they need to play around the Beastmaster. For now, they're clearing the stacks. But I want to see Ember Spirit, Skywrath Mage duo make rotations, try to stuff happen. This is easily a lineup from Team Liquid that's going to run them over in like next 10 minutes. If they don't... If they're not able to push back, if they can't fight, because the items, as we talked about, this Lone Druid with Maelstrom already finished. Now he's the one invading enemy triangle. He wants to scout things out. Boxy providing some vision for the team.
Didn't exactly get a lot of that stack. He only got one each retreat, so not the worst when you're giving it up. Last throw, the axes there from Boom that was able to collect a couple. So not terrible in terms of the, Lone Druid invading. That could have been a lot worse in terms of both going towards Liquid. Not terrible. They're putting pressure on the bottom tier 1. They should be able to get the tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Rest of Liquid.
They didn't put the pressure onto the tower. They kind of backed off a little bit.
They try to sandwich them, but
Radiant's
after seeing this
is under attack.
Arcane Rune still running on Ember Spirit, they're gonna slow things down a little bit. Also, big timing is gonna be Mickey, also known as Ricky, will be picking up that Diffusal Blade in just 100 gold, so that's a big one. Gives them a lot more kill threat, especially on the supports.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
For Secret.
Radiant's bottom tower
Clear this tower wall. They in fact lose their top tier 1. Zai, like I've been saying, he's been pretty much untouched this entire game.
Zai's like, me jungle, guys. Don't worry, I'll get the items. This is a kind of a new tech build on Magnus, where you get Vanguard, you get Echo Saber, you don't rely on Blink as much, and then you build auras, disassemble that Vanguard, get a pipe, maybe get a Crimson as well, depends what you want to buy. And then upgrade into Harpoon, something that 33 did the other day. Harpoon upgrade into Skewer, reposition them. It's also like an item that allows you to stay on top of the network. And he's getting there. He's almost has the same amount of farm as Lone Druid, which is pretty nuts.
So we were talking about whether or not he was going to take this snap, so it's interesting him. I get the focus side of the map, and I think that's just because Nisha's doing really well and he's able to farm a good amount of the Dire jungle without being touched to this point. He's confident in what he's got, and I think even Zai, what he needs is Yamich going down to Mickey and bottom lane. You pretty much have this Ricky stationary here as well, and he's got the Diffusal.
Guys, this is imbalanced. 2 assassins playing against me. 2 Invis heroes. Not fair. Ricky and Klinks. Less sentries, however, but the restore charge time is much faster compared to the previous patch. Now it's time for Liquid to strike. They want to play aggressive. Again, Boxy providing vision.
Who needs to be careful, but they've got some supports coming in Puppy as well as Gambit. Not sure it's going to be enough. They go for Primal War. They throw down the Mystic Flare. They're trying to get the kill on Nisha, and they'll take him out very quickly. Response from Liquid not there in time. Insania might be next.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
In the Metamorphosis. One more right click needed here, and they'll get the kill onto the Lich. They got a second and move to the tier 1 tower over mid. So not a bad movement there from Team C.
Not bad. I mean, Lone Druid doesn't get true form off. I don't think it would matter. He would still be a lot tankier, but would not be able to survive it. Look at Boxy, what he's doing. 14 minutes into the game, stealing XP room from the enemy team, farming Ancients. This is why Position Klinks is such a good hero right now. Also pinging it out. They want to pick up their own Wisdom rune. We'll lose the mid tier 1 tower for it. Okay.
Boom, slowed him down for a second.
Dire are scanning.
Just putting the inhibit on him. there was certainly a response from Secret if he was going to make that. Going for the full solar crest for Boxy. That early limit down. We've seen Quinces go for the nullifier early on. Was able to get so much gold off the map. How much is available on
level 9 and playing? This is insane. Like Ember Spirit, who was getting solo XP mid, farming those stacks in the jungle. He's level 10.
Rune of invisibility.
And Boxy's almost leveled. He's getting there pretty quick.
Dire's middle tower. Radiant are scanning.
Even not a bloodbath like we've seen in a couple of these other games. Seems kind of.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Roshan will be open for Team Liquid relatively soon. They have the items coming
Radiant's
out.
bottom
This Solar
tower
Crest
is
that you
under
mentioned
attack.
them playing, so some extra minus armor. Lone Druid deals some insane amount of damage. Ricky as well, they have Empower. Zai has been playing pretty much for himself. He was not empowering his force, that's why he's on top. There it comes, the harpoon.
Yeah, the harpoon. The ulti from Puppy is not really going to do anything. So he just drops, and that's that game view of the harpoon that you were talking about.
It's such a good build. Look at his damage. Like sitting at 250 damage. Okay, he's the one chasing. Doesn't have any kind of a stun available.
Dash or anything available for this Ricky. Yeah, free. Harpoon with the raw fourth active ability on a 19-second cooldown. Truly not that long of a cooldown.
Synergize as well with their Steward cooldown, which is 16 seconds. You can use it every 19 seconds. That's a quick and easy math for you right there.
Non-NA math right there. That was impressive.
It was quick. Usually it's quick and incorrect, but this time, really on point.
Again, correct. Perfect.
Looking at the build, Armel getting Force Staff for himself. Not the usual build, but I think you need to buy it, because Ricky will eventually pick up the shard. It's not a Sleeping Dart anymore. Now, you got armor reduced by 5 and can't be targeted by allies. Like, the other option is, of course, BKB. Be able to protect yourselves, but there are abilities that go through magic debuff, like RP. Wants to have something on lower cooldown. Also, your allies can't target you, so even if you have Force Staffs, they can't save you.
Wanting that Force Staff kind of on that smoke screen. And not like we've seen Ember games where Embers feel like they have to kind of be the damage dealer or the, I would say, most important hero on the map, but it's more the most important hero on the map is overall in a game like this. Terribly, right?
Pretty much. Crystallis going into Scotty next, still very far away from it.
Top tower has
Team
fallen.
Liquid, you can see them grouping around the tier 2 top tower. We'll take it. I think Roshan's next on the menu. They do have enough damage. Like, Roshan became much stronger in the recent patch, but you need a little bit more time to kill it. But with double Empower on the target, Solar Crest is available on Kling, so that's going to be some extra minus armor. They should have more than enough. Also, I don't know if we have seen Skyward Mage ulti. Sometimes there's a bug, spectator bug, where Mystic Flare doesn't show, but I don't think we've seen it being used at all.
I think I may have heard his that gets lived down. We're going to take a look at for free as well. There really hasn't been much contest from Secret. I think the game is just terribly to that point where you have confidence in these fights, and that's probably going to come off the back of the Scotty, but like you said, it's going to take some time. And Liquid doing the play that we've expected a lot from some of these Roshan takes is going through the gate right on after. Armel down, Armel. And he got an inhibit from the defusal. There's the full step to get out of the smoke screen. Harpoon, Remnant, all the way over towards the back. He's still going to be dead.
It's going to be like so much damage on the ground coming out from Team Liquid. You have like a random Skelly Bros from Kling, Lone Druid there. Imagine like Chain Frost bouncing. There was a series the other day where like Chain Frost, one of the best Chain Frosts I've seen in professional Dota. Extremely good. Yeah. Also, something that we talked about is Frost Shield. Now it's maxed out on Insania. So damage from Wyvern, from his Ember Spirit, flights and also Terrorblade, of course, the most important one, are gonna be heavily reduced.
This is looking like maybe a lack of damage and a lot of issues coming for Secret as we're hitting that 20-minute mark where Tormentors will be up and available. Do you think 20 minutes is the right timing for Tormentors, or do you think they should be maybe a little bit earlier, like 15?
Death's bounty.
Oh, good question. I feel like a lot of teams, like it also happens in the pubs, is people realize how
Radiant's
important it
top
is.
tower is
So
under attack.
with a team who's controlling the Aegis, 20 minutes into the game, they're gonna be the one probably trying to invade enemy Tormentor instead of going for where you can take a fight, maybe catch them off guard, steal another XP rune from them. Let's see if Team Liquid decides to do the thing for a little bit. Yeah, they're far away. Yeah, immediately Team Secret decides to go for it, so they're not gonna be there in time.
Mitch, Puppy kind of struggling here a little bit. Puppy realizing he's not too safe against this Tormentor. It makes you very vulnerable. Like heroes like Yamich and Puppy. I know when I'm playing Ancient Apparition, I'm always around the 20-minute mark throwing an Ice Blast right at that Tormentor.
As a support, you do kind of need to be careful. I mean, on Reddit, we do have like deaths to Tormentors. I'm not too scouting it. You have like a fly, how does... Whoa! I misses. It's well played. Nice dodge there from Armel. So
yeah.
2 supports got a shard. 1 on Flint, which is Burning Barrage, his old ability. It's a good one for keeping the lanes pushed. Like, it also applies tar, so getting extra damage on top of
Dire's
that.
bottom tower is under attack.
Easily clear the creep wave. And on the other side, Winter Wyvern picked one up. Upgrade the Cold Embrace. Winter Blast once it finishes and also reduces the cooldown by 4 seconds. Not too bad. For now, it's only level 1, so you're not gonna get like the full value out of it, sitting at 20-second cooldown with that shard.
Yeah. So we'll see how that ends up going for Puppy as he starts to get those levels. You get that towards the max.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I can see that
Dire's
shard.
bottom tower is under attack.
Damage where maybe Liquid aren't expecting it. Always an one, but never one you really want to purchase.
Pretty much you want to invest into something different. Nobody find like shards immediately. Maybe you'll have your Phoenix pick it up.
Good ulti coming in. Nisha taking a lot of damage from his own bear. And that's going to be the Aegis and the bear gods. Going there for Puppy. He'll respawn. He'll be silenced immediately. They'll get a second kill on Nisha. They're going to look for more. They'll find themselves in Sania. And we'll get the duo. Kill them both over in the bottom lane.
Oh, nice play there from Team Secret. As soon as they picked up Scotty on Blade, they immediately rush. They catch Nisha off guard. Doesn't get true form off second time. Now they're gonna have one Spirit Bear available for the next fight. Team Secret playing it real nice. They kind of moved across the map, farming these other rings, delaying the game as much as possible, and also managing to get a pick off here and there.
There's so much gold on the map. Like when you saw the map in terms of towers before it was changed at this point, I think that a team like Secret didn't have a lot of places to farm. Even with one tier 2 remaining, they still have time and place to get some gold.
Radiant's
RPUs
has been killed.
I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
Radiant's
He's still
bottom
surviving. He
tower
goes into the
is
cold
under
embrace.
attack.
That'll have that splinter blast. The searing chains. It's on to Zai. He's getting low and will eventually fall. He's going to seconds. Now the tension is on the wreck. Front, bouncing around, they get the kill on the big they'll take the Ricky, and they'll lose two. Nisha is going past, he got credit for it. Nisha going after the zeros. Secret is opponent with a Sinister Gaze. They'll get the kill on a boom, and it's a 3-for-3 as they lose Boxy to Crystallis.
So losing, like, I want to see damage down by Nisha in this fight should be pretty high, because he was the one like focusing 2 supports, focusing Beastmaster, 3.4k damage, getting 700 gold from the previous fight. But yeah, Ember bring a ball. Armel With this Force Staff keeping himself alive, managing to only die twice in a game like this, I would say this is pretty impressive. You're playing against Ricky, you were laning against Lone Druid. His career died with the shard on because he had that one queued up. Yeah, it should be. For your items, that is it. Thank you so much.
Sure. Secret fight wasn't terrible, and like you said, Armel's doing well. Speaking of Secret, like in general, like it's been a long road back, and to have your first DPC matchup in Tour 3 be against Liquid, I want to say there's a lot of pressure on Secret to kind of start with a victory.
They definitely need kind of a boost in confidence. So looking at Boom, he was kind of silent on the Beastmaster, changed his role. Of course, now playing the op lane. Really good in this game. I think he's in the middle of the pack, but there's not much that of a difference like in the middle of the pack in terms of net worth. Has that Helm of the Overlord creep. Going into the Crimson Guard neck. Able to reduce the damage with heavy right clickers, and also do the Ghost Split. Something that Team Secret lineup is really good at doing. You have Terrorblade, you have Ancient Black Dragon, so you will have always at least one lane pushed in.
Meanwhile, where he had, so Pocket Ricky. Tails Turbo Pocket Sand, it is annoying.
Very annoying. Next Roshan could be respawning in 30 seconds. Gonna be on Dire's side again. There's so much to keep track on in Dota these days. Like, I feel like whenever I play support, I'm just channeling. Get through the gates, channeling some lotuses, channeling my abilities, channeling my inner strength, myself BMA mentality on.
Watchers.
Exactly.
There's so much going on in terms of channel. Not easy. I think there needs to be a support app.
There was a good Reddit post about setting up the alarms for everything you need.
Yeah.
Like every 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 2 minutes, every 7 minutes, every 10 minutes, tormentors. Like there's
Restocks.
every 52 seconds, like F22, try to stack, get those stacks going, especially now. They grant experience to the people who stacked it. Back to the game. Terrorblade, double damage in the bottle. Want to finish off Butterfly, which is a big item. Way to kind of counter all 3 cores, make it 4 with Plagues, who's going to be able to scale, I would say, this time around. Not going for Nullifier. Instead, wants to pick up Orchid, one item that also destroys both supports as well inside of Secret.
They've not really pressured Crystallis at all this game.
Didn't die a single time.
I would say was a big reason, like when pressure was put on Crystallis, he had seemed to be a little bit fragile with his game set, but he's able to just be open like this and free. It works out so well, and they get a kill on the boxy, so Crystallis getting even more gold. We'll have that Butterfly finish going into the BKB next. His game has been pretty open and free.
It's not that of an easy game for Liquid anymore. Sure, they are ahead. You have AC finish on Nisha, which is going to be reflected by reflection from Terrorblade, so they will get the buff for a brief moment. And also Terrorblade this time around. I've seen Terrorblades not maxing out reflection. They don't want to lower the cooldown on it, but it's such a good spell. Sure,
Radiant's bottom
want to get some
tower
extra
is under
stats,
attack.
get some extra tankiness on impact on your illusions,
Radiant
but I think in a game
structures
like
are
this,
fortified.
reflection is really good. Like this ability scales really well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Roche is back up, and immediately Zion and Xenia are in there.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They're gonna take Roche by themselves, and I don't think anybody else is really coming over from. They're allowing this Roche to go by, but as I say that, they are looking at going through the Twin Gate.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
think
attack.
The timing could just work out for them. Roshan's not dropping. Yeah, they know they're coming through. They're going to throw a smoke screen onto the high ground where that 2 gate is. They go the other way. And now they've got to sinister gaze. It's onto Puppy. Whoever's used on the bear. The chain frost starts to bounce around. It goes over to Boom and now over to the Ancient Creep. Skewer back, shows off. Puppy, Boom, both gone. And they start to retreat on the side of this secret. See the vision going forward. Side of Fist. Mystic Square placed down. Not sure that's going to do anything for Yavich. He's really up and killed off.
Anyone could
Still not done.
Still on the run.
Druid Bear is gonna EP back. Go back to Nisha. They're gonna finish off the Roach. Very, very difficult fight for Team Secret. They moved around in this small area where Team Liquid has vision available. They do have Observer Ward. They also nice place Cloud. Savage Roar. They control Wyvern. They just finish off. Like, look at the AoE of the Cloud. You can't use your abilities. They've been zoned out completely. You have these Calibros on the ground, also providing vision. And then after Wyvern dies, they immediately catch Boom with the Harpoon Skewer play, and the fight's immediately over.
A rough spot now, because not only did they get to let it go just without losing arrows, lose that fight, and the advantage for Liquid is being at 9k at the moment. Secret have put themselves in an even tougher position in a fight that they tried to force, but the twin gates are good transportation. They're also a great funneling tool for the team ready to go.
Yeah, they were so ready to go for that fight. Tormentor is going to be available relatively soon for Secret. They want to kill it. Hopefully, Pepe don't give it to Tyrant Mage, this hero. One of the worst upgrades in the game, I would say. Not that good. It feels like
I like Shield of the Scion.
I think the play here would be if you have to force him to buy a shard of his own so that the shard actually goes to someone that matters. It's gotta go to Scarlet Mage, 100%. There we go.
Okay. Solid predictions. And Shield of the Scion now.
Gotta give him some extra armor, but think about, like, it doesn't, this upgrade on shard doesn't really fit the profile of the hero. Remember, made from last time, we've seen him play, he played from the mid lane, and maybe it's okay to get the way you want to buy it, of course. As a support, you also want to do, like, something. Shard needs to be.
Now, Lich got his now, so he's got the Ice Spire. Talk about a good and a bad shard. I like Ice Spire. I think Ice Spire is a great one.
It is. 30% movement slow, setting things up for your Chain Frost, extra Frost Blast when it dies. It's a good shard upgrade. You might also want to buy it in this meta. I would say that the previous match you were probably looking to buy the shard on Lich. You don't want to buy it because you're network, you're going to be getting it.
Gets it. It's one of those things that you can drop in the middle of the fight, throw a frost shield on it, and make it a real pain. We're gonna jump on the Winter Wyvern Puppy. That's that Ghost Scepter, and still trying to run. Golden Grace extending what seems to be inevitable at this point.
Radiant's
Something we talked about. Gilder procs against that heal from Wyvern. Golden Grace is not going to be as effective.
This isn't fair. He's just in the base, Harpoon, skewer into a smoke screen. Good job of able to leave.
They're swapping to the mid lane. Someone pushing mid, someone pushing top. AK was the one pressuring, and Foxy solo pushing mid lane. Love this hero.
Fair balance.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks.
These racks are gone even through backdoor at that last second.
Radiant's top tower
And
is
the
under
net worth
attack.
doubles. It goes from 8k advantage to 16,000.
That Roche fight kind of sealed the deal. Like, they have one more fight left in the tank. I would say Secret, they lose it, they lose the game. Turfblade didn't die a single time. Keeping up with Lone Druid in this game. That did its work. Team Secret couldn't go for these aggressive plays. I think they decided to smoke up, go for a YOLO type of a play. Maybe push out the wave first, then go for it.
Bounty.
There's still a tier 2 tower available bottom. Things are looking very grim. The items on side of Liquid are by Sai. He's been holding this Shiva's Guard for a very long time. Picks up Blink Dagger in the end. smaller items on Boxy. Orchid to be able to control supports, mostly Wyvern. There is no spell mechanic whatsoever. Can buy a little bit more time with this Ghost Scepter, but I can still burst him. Like, there's gonna be Insania with Chain Frost, with Sinister's Gaze. They understand where the real threat is coming from, but one good Winter's Curse could give them another shot in the game.
Never been a set fight truly for Secret. They tried to set their ways over that Roach fight, like you said, and it really didn't go well for them. But we haven't exactly seen Chrysalis have open space to fight. Hasn't really been able to do much of anything in this game. Yes, he's 4-0-3, but he had a couple of kills here and there from like a pickoff, the laning phase when he got that kill on Boxy.
To be honest, I never like when like game ends and your carry has 0 deaths. It feels like he didn't try to play. You need to risk it sometimes. Like, you need to be closer, go all in. You die once, you die twice. That's it. You know, the game's over. But this might be the game where he actually doesn't die, understands that the team fight is over. They call GG. This score can tell you a lot about the game. Nisha's there. Very, very far. Monkey Team Bar now finished, plus Dasher holding the Vindicator's Axe. This is like, there's some really good neutral items you can use on Lone Druid. There's the curse.
No bear to do the damage to follow it up. So. Curse for a curse. Divas forward. On the other side, though, they go for the weaker Wyvern. They've got Mickey. They drop Missing Where's going to be able to Ricky the full staff, though. Away from the team. Goes in for Tricks of the Trade. They're starting to put the damage on this Skywrath Mage. Damage. Nope. Time to go. They're going to throw out the Chain Frost. That bounces over to Illusions. Eyes going to blink to the backlines. Goes after Armail. The no fire.
Chain is available.
Upside. They've got the silence on him. Making it to the backlines. Look at over Crystal. He's starting to do some damage with the Metamorphosis. This is Armail, though. They end up losing through. He's here to line back naturally on Secret. There's no Zai. And they're going to take out Chrysalis. They'll take out Armail again. And it's all falling apart for Secret. And Liquid just dominate the fight. They'll dominate the game. And they'll get a GG call from Secret for to end it up.
Very clean from Team Liquid in this first game. They drafted themselves a really nice draft, I would say. Weird looking one. It looks like a buff draft, but it